Here's the thing. Once black people get guns in this country, the gun laws will change. Trust me.
I'm out running errands, but I just had to take a minute to address this situation with Joy Behar and the comments that she made. Gun control laws have always had their roots in racism. Gun control laws were put in place. It was called the Black Codes back during the Civil War. In fact, the NRA was started so that they could actually train Civil War Union soldiers, the Union soldiers, to help the fight back against slavery. And these Southerners wanted to make sure that the freed blacks could not be armed, so they set in laws specifically targeting the freed blacks. When it came to the Dred Scott case, they actually stated in that case, we cannot say that black people are citizens because that would mean that they could be armed, and that scared them. They didn't want black people armed. And then if you fast forward through history, they increased the control that they want to have over gun laws and who could have them. In the state of New Hampshire, a couple of years ago, when I was a legislator, we worked really hard to repeal our permit for constitutional carry because it had been used to target minorities and women in our state. And its very roots of those laws and the permitting, the request for permits to be able to carry, came from when the immigrants came here and they were working in the mill buildings. They were becoming unhappy with the pay, and they were pushing back against these mill bosses. And the mill bosses wanted to make sure that they couldn't have an uprising, so they put in discriminatory laws, and they were really targeted at the Italian, the Irish, the Canadian, the immigrants that came here to work here. So these laws have always been steeped in racism and discrimination. And, I live in a constitutional carry state, and I'm very proud of that. It's one of the safest states in the country. And Joy Behar really needs to look at her history before she speaks, because those laws, gun control laws, have always been put in place by the rich and the elite so that they can control the poor. They even tried to put taxes on firearms so that the minorities and the poor people could not get firearms, so only the rich and the elite could have them. She needs to do her history, and she needs to just stop talking out of turn.